Sam, you're making it real hard to defend you right now. How's it going, everyone? My name is Colin Winters. I'm the host of the Panthers Den, and today we are going over the, as I predicted, loss to the New England Patriots, 24-6. So we lost a little bit harder than I thought, but I still pretty much expected this. So yes, the Panthers have yet another pathetic offensive showing when it comes to Sam Darnold and his play. Granted, I guess my main way to try to make it sound better than he actually is he is playing on what is an injury to his throwing shoulder, so that could have done it. Joe Brady also did him no help. He needs to go back to LSU. He is not NFL ready by any means. And I mean, we just couldn't get going. And yes, the New England Patriots are undefeated on the road, and their defense always seems to step it up when they're against when they're on the road in an away game. But still, this was just sad, and there's no excuse for it. It was just bad. It was just bad football play all around by the Panthers. The defensive side of the ball was just fine. I mean, you can't say that it was bad, but they got 24 points, not because the defense broke, but because the offense kept turning the ball over in key positions. I mean, just looking at these Panther stats, Sam played the game and he had 16 completions after 33 attempts, only 172 yards, but he had 3 interceptions. 3. That's inexcusable right there. 3 interceptions. One of them wasn't really his fault. The other 2, holy shit. Look, I want to give Sam the most shot he can. He has this entire season to me to prove himself. This entire season. And if he continues to have game after game after game like this, that's when you start getting, all right, Teddy didn't work for us. And also, all praise to Teddy. He got a good win over the Dallas Cowboys. Look, people are going to drag on us for trading away Teddy. Teddy just wasn't a scheme fit for us. I had no doubt that Teddy was a better quarterback. Sorry, there was a bug. And that Teddy was a better quarterback than people gave him credit for, especially Panthers fans, but he just wasn't a scheme fit for us. So he wasn't going to fit here no matter what. And we're taking a shot on Sam Darnold, and holy crap, 3 interceptions. Why? Also, we were supposed to be limiting Christian McCaffrey. He was supposed to be severely limited on this game. He had 14 carries for 52 yards. That doesn't really seem limiting to the dude we're trying to make sure he doesn't re-aggravate an injury. Also, when it came to rushing, DJ Moore had 2 for 14, Sam had 3 for 9, Chuba had 3 for 3, and then Amir Abdullah had 1 for 0. Where's the limiting on Christian? We saw that Chuba and Amir would be perfect to be, circulating with Christian as he's trying to get back to full health. But no, they just slammed the ball in McCaffrey's hands 14 fucking times. What's the deal with this? And what's worse is that, even less limiting, is that he's our top receiver. Christian McCaffrey had 4 receptions for 54 yards. I know Christian's good, but he shouldn't be overplayed like this. He's coming off an injury now that we just need to make sure we don't re-aggravate. Trooper had 1 for 33. After that, DJ had 3 for 32. Amir had 4 for 30. Ian Thomas had 1 for 9. Willie Snead had 1 for 6. Tommy Trimble had 1 for 6. And then Robbie Anderson, once again, not showing anything after getting paid, had only 1 catch for 2 yards. And then Terrace Marshall Jr. had nothing. I don't know why he's on the stat sheet. As I said before, it wasn't the defense's fault that they kept getting the, ball at terrible positions along the field. Shaq Thompson, once again, having himself a game. 6 tackles, 4 assisted. Jerry Chin had 5 for 6. Brian Burns had 4 for 1 and 1 sack. Sean Chandler had 3 for 1. Jermaine Carter had 2 for 4. Son Reddick had 2 for 1 and 1 sack. Miles Hartfield had 2 for 1. He's back on the field. Rashawn Melvin had 2 for 1. Yetur Gross-Matos had 2. Stephon Gilmore had 2 with an interception against his former team. We had Derek Brown for 1 for 2, Dante Jackson 1 for 2, Keith Taylor 1 for 1, Morgan Fox 1, AJ Bouye 1, and Kenny Robinson 1, and then Frankie Louvu, of course. Pretty sure he's the one that picked up the fumble, and then we had Colin Thompson, and then we had a few offensive players on this list because of the times that we turned the fucking ball over. Zane Gonzalez is still giving us a pretty consistent play at kicker, so hey, happy for that. Hope Joey lands on his feet somewhere. I don't know how he's doing, what team he's even on, but hey, good. I'll hope for him. He's a great guy. And then with Joseph Charlton still injured, we have Lachlan Edwards. He's punting away. Honestly, I like him more than what Joseph has been doing at the start of the year. Joseph was putting them really high and kept giving us the other team's great field position. So if Lachlan keeps powering that thing forward, yeah, we're fine. And I mean, just this is what shows how much the turnovers really hurt us, because the fact that Mac Jones, he only threw 18 times and completed 12 of those passes. He had 139 yards, 1 touchdown, and then 1 interception. That was the one to Stephon Gilmore. But he didn't have to throw that much. And then they had running back by committee, which worked just fine. Stevenson had 10 carries for 62 yards. Brandon Bolden had 8 carries for 54 yards. Damian Harris had 15 carries for 30 yards and 1 touchdown. Mac Jones had 2 for 4, and then Jonnu Smith had 1 for 4. And Brian Hoyer had 3 for -3. So, hey, yeah, look at that. That's cool. When it came to receiving, Stevenson had 2 for 44. Kendrick Bourne had 3 for 34. Brandon Bolden had 2 for 27. Hunter Henry had 2 for 19 in that 1 passing touchdown. Jacoby Myers had 1 for 8, Jonnu Smith had 1 for 4, and then Damian Harris had 1 for 3. The winning defense obviously did a great fucking job against fucking our offense. Offense couldn't get anything going. Adrian Phillips 3 for 3, Miles Bryant 3 for 2, Godshow, I'm gonna guess that's how it's pronounced. 3 for 2, Matthew Judon 3 for 1, Lawrence Guy 3 for 1, Johan Williams had 3, Bentley had 2 for 2. Devin McCourty had 2 tackles. Kyle Duggar had 2. Kyle Van Noy had 2. Dietrich Wise Jr. had 1 for 2. J.C. Jackson had 1 for 1, but he had 2. I say it, 2 interceptions. Jamie Collins had 1 for 1 and 1 interception, making the 3 that he threw on the day. Jalen Mills had 1 for 1. Dante Hightower for 1 for 1. And Carl Davis, and then that 1. So yeah. Then a bunch of other people had other stats that are not just showing up on the stat sheet right here. A lot of them being pass knockdowns. There were so many times where Donald had someone open, but passed it way, like, was trying to bullet it in there, and it was going to get there, but it was just way too close to people in the trenches, so it was just an easy smackdown. Derek Brown had one of those against Mac Jones as well, which was really fun to see, but wish we had a few more of those. Kick returns, Gunner name I don't even try to pronounce, had 1 for 30, and then had a few punt returns that were for pretty good. Nick Folk actually missed a field goal, and that's great, because, out of the one Patriot I wanted to do well, he was him, because I started him in fantasy, so yeah, fuck me. And then Jake Bailey, he punted, 2 inside the 20. It's a good punter, what can I say? When it came to team stats, we had only 240 yards. They had 273. We had 162 passing yards to our 122, but they had 151 rushing yards to our 78. And when it came to yards per play, we were pretty evenly matched with 4.6. They had 4.6, and we had 4.2. First downs, they had 17. We had 13. Our third down efficiency was 3 for 11, where those was 6 for 14. Our fourth down efficiency was 0 for 1, while they had 1 for 1. Their total plays were 59, as ours were 57. We allowed only 1 sack, they allowed 2. We punted 4 times, they punted 3. Penalties, on the other hand, holy shit. I was able to watch this game. Sometimes I'm not able to watch games because I have a lot of stuff to do and all that, for being how young I am pretty busy guy. Definitely not a pretty guy. I mean, look at this hairline. But also, I keep trying to swipe at that bug. Fuck you. Anyway. Yes, I'm a pretty busy guy. Sometimes I can't get to the games. Sometimes I'm hanging out with other people. I do have a long-distance relationship I'm trying to, keep going. So sometimes, that does take precedence because I love her. So, yeah, sometimes I don't have all the time in the world to, watch the game. I was able to watch some of this game and ended up just stopped watching it because of how bad we were playing. I went left, got food, came back, found out that in 4 passes Sam threw 2 interceptions, left again, came back, watched Sam throw another interception, and just said, fuck it. Back to my main point. In the beginning, penalties were flying around everywhere. It was raining yellow, for God's sakes. I don't know what was happening. At first, it was the penalties just going to an alien all the time for false starts, holdings, and all that. But then after that, it was penalties just going to the Panthers. 10 penalties for 83 yards, so they're 6 for 35. It was terrible. Fumbles lost. We didn't lose any fumbles, but they lost 1. And interceptions thrown, we threw 3 to only their 1. We lost a turnover differential by 1, and that really cost us, especially on where the turnovers were. It's especially sad when you realize that the 3 points that we had, 6 points that we had, were from only defensive, turnovers. We were never able to move the ball down the field far enough for us to actually get points ourselves, not even field goals. All the 2 field goals that Zane Gonzalez kicked were coming off of defensive turnovers that put us in good field position that we would never capitalize on. Not once, not ever. It was terrible. It was just outright terrible play calling, and nothing got done. Time of possession ended up being New England 32-29 to us 27-31. So yes, that is the overall game recap. There was no excuse. We didn't play well, and if Sam doesn't pick up the slack, I'm going to say give him the benefit of the doubt. He bounced back again last week, but got injured. Almost got it. But he tried his best. It was just, I don't know. He's going back to Jets form, and we knew that when Ryan Tannehill left Adam Gase's grasp that he started to flourish, and it took a little bit though. So we're hoping it's the same thing here. We just want Sam to try to become the standout that he was at his college days, almost, with the Carolina Panthers. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm ready for the season to be over already. I just want someone that's not the Bucks to win it all. And preferably, since if you hadn't seen that one video where I was wearing a Packers jersey, Packers are my second favorite team. Luckily that we don't play them this year. If so, I would be rooting for the Panthers above the Packers, even if I wanted the Packers to make it to the Super Bowl. Panthers all the way. Keep pounding. This is my team. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just sort of rambling now because, I mean, what else there's to say about this game? It was just bad. It was bad. We did not play well. That's all there is to say. It was a bad game. And the Panthers need to get better if they want to think about even being looked at as a playoff contending team or even a wild card spot. Anyway, tell me what you think about the game in the comments down below. Do you think the Panthers are going to be spelling doom and getting another high draft pick? Or do you think we're going to pick it up near the end of the year, even though that's when our schedule kind of gets a little bit harder? No matter the case, my name is Colin Winters. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.